Ketoro is a warrior unlike any other. A force so fierce that even the gods take notice. Born in the heart of a restless storm, she is a tempest-given form, a power that cannot be contained. On the night of her birth, the winds howled through the village, whispering her name as if the heavens themselves had already acknowledged her. The midwives gathered around the newborn, exchanging uneasy glances. "This one is different," one murmured. Unlike other infants, Ketoro did not cry. Instead, with her first breath, a sudden gust swept through the hut, snuffing out the oil lamps and sending a chill through all who witnessed it. Her mother, weak but filled with quiet pride, looked upon her and spoke the name, Kitoro. As she grew, the villagers watched her with wary eyes. She moved like the wind, unpredictable, untamed. One moment she stood before them, the next she was gone. She outran the swiftest boys, climbed the tallest trees, and when fury stirred in her heart, the skies darkened as if the very heavens trembled at her wrath. At 12, a group of boys blocked her path as she returned from the river. "Ketoro," one of them sneered, "you think you are faster than us?" She did not answer. She only smiled, a sharp, knowing smirk. And before they could blink, she was gone, leaving nothing but a trail of dust in her wake. The elders whispered among themselves. She was too strong, too wild. Girls were meant to be gentle, obedient, but Ketoro was neither. She trained with the warriors, wielded a spear as if it were an extension of her own arm. Some feared her. Some envied her. But Ketoro did not concern herself with whispers. She knew she was meant for something far greater. One day, as she trained by the river, two gods watched her from afar. Ogun, the god of iron, folded his arms. "She is strong," he observed. "She would make a fine wife for a god." Beside him, Shango, the god of thunder, only smiled. "A wife? No. She is more than that. She is a warrior." Ogun stepped forward first, towering and unyielding, his skin like the earth itself, his iron bracelets gleaming under the sun. "Come with me, Ketoro," he said. "I will grant you power beyond imagination. Be my queen, and together we will forge weapons that will shake the heavens." Ketoro met his gaze without fear. Her voice was steady, unwavering. "Why would I need a man's power," she asked, "when I already have my own?" Before Ogun could answer, the sky split with a jagged scar of lightning. A roar of thunder followed, shaking the heavens. Flames spiraled into existence as Shango stepped forward, his red garments flickering like living fire. "She does not belong to you," he declared. Ogun's eyes darkened, his grip tightening around his iron club. "You dare challenge me?" Shango smirked. "If I must." The earth trembled beneath their feet as battle erupted. Ogun struck first, his iron club crashing down with the weight of mountains. Shango twisted away, twin axes spinning like falling stars. Fire met iron. Thunder met earth. The gods fought, neither bending, neither breaking. Ketoro watched, unimpressed. As they clashed once more, she lifted her hand. The wind obeyed. A howling tempest ripped through the battlefield, lifting both gods and hurling them to the ground. Trees bowed. The river swelled. Even the gods shielded their eyes. Enough. Her voice cut through the storm, and the world obeyed. She turned to Ogun, her gaze steady. "You wish to make me your queen, but I am not metal to be shaped in your forge." Then to Shango. "You admire my strength, but do you see my heart?" Breathless, Shango met her gaze. And he nodded. "I do." And so, Ketoro chose to stand beside him, not as a queen confined to a throne, but as an equal upon the battlefield. When war came, her winds shielded him. Her spear found their enemies' hearts. Together, they were a force whispered in both fear and awe. One night, beside a flickering fire, Shango turned to her. Ketoro, what do you fear? She chuckled. Fear is a thing for others. Not for me. But he held her gaze. Everyone fears something. Silence stretched between them. Then, in a whisper, she confessed, to become a shadow. To be swallowed by a man's name. Shango took her hand, his grip unyielding. You are no shadow. You are the storm itself. For a time, they were unstoppable. Their names carried on the wind. Their power shook the heavens. But power breeds envy. Shango's rivals whispered lies, twisting words into venom. Doubt crept into his heart, spreading like disease. Paranoia chained his thoughts. One night, in a fit of rage, his axe struck the ground. Fire roared to life, consuming him whole. And just like that, Shango was gone. Ketoro stood alone. The storm within her raged. She ran to the river, breath ragged, grief swallowing her whole. The wind howled, mirroring her sorrow. She fell to her knees, staring at her reflection in the water. What now? She whispered. Where do I go from here? The wind answered, curling around her like a mother's arms. And she understood, she had never been just a warrior. Never only a queen. She was the storm. The river. The untamed. With one final breath, she stepped into the water. Her body shimmered, the wind roared, and then she was gone, but the river did not stop flowing. From that day, the Niger River became her new form, her eternal home. She did not perish. She transformed. She became the lifeblood of the land, the guardian of women, the goddess who could never be tamed.